The first players we're going to start with are Ziba and Edward. And I believe at the end of the last session, Ziba had a bit of an argument with her family and ran out the door. What is Ziba doing now?
Well, after stealing her great-grandmother's sword from above the mantle and running out of the house, swearing to make herself into the hero that her siblings think is unrealistic as future life career, I don't think she's really gonna know where to go. But I think she does know that adventurers like to hang out in taverns. Getting into the tavern
Great.
underage, that's questionable.
All right.
Ziba's been sneaking out for years. I'm sure she can reverse engineer how to sneak
Well,
in.
she's tall for her age, you know? Hold on.
If I've seen anything from Ziba, it's obviously that she's a party girl.
Right.
She just wants that booze and to do those. I don't know. I wasn't cool. What do cool kids do?
She's just really looking for Anchor's acknowledgement. That's what she's looking for.
She just wants anyone's acknowledgement.
Please.
All right, so Ziba leaves the farmhouse with sword on her back, heading for the big city. You heading to Synthgrab or across countries? You just going for the closest place?
Well, she's from Synthgrab. So she's probably going to the only big city she knows of in the area, because that's the land she knows the best.
All right, so you head into the capital city of Synthgrab, looking for a tavern. How does Ziba try to sneak in once you find the hoppin' spot in town?
Colloquially known as the Hoppin' Frog.
It's hopping. I think Ziba would probably just try to like walk with a group that's entering and act like she's part of that group, and not like, like just when you just like walk next to people and be like, yeah, I'm with them. They don't know, but in reality they don't know her at all. So yeah, she's just gonna walk just slightly behind them, acting like she's part of the group. If adventure,
give me a stealth check.
You know those barbarians. They're great at stealth.
It'll probably be fine. I don't know why I rolled twice, but that would be a natural 20. 23.
Like I said, great at stealth.
Damn.
She's got the confidence.
All right, so Ziba, Assassin's Creed style, just puts up her hood and walks in with the crowd, unseen by the doorman. The tavern is a hopping place. And Edward, I would say, because at the end of last session, you said you were actively out looking for individuals. Maybe you have adventured as far as Synthgrab. Would you say that that is plausible for your character?
Yes, absolutely. Because even before we'd all had our dream, I think I mentioned that Livy was like underneath a tree, like camping out. So they had already started like, we're done with their university and we're like, this is all I can learn. I'm going to go out and adventure and like see what I can learn about my studies. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. I mean, as you are sitting in this crowded tavern, it's getting a little rowdy here in the early evening. You're sitting at a table, maybe in the corner. There is music playing as the bards play, and there's a lot of hustle and bustle. And as you're sitting there, you don't notice Ziba fully, but you get this sense that maybe tonight's going to be a really good night for you.
Livy smiles a little bit, and he has a journal and like a notebook that I've actually okay. So he so he's like in the notebook he's written descriptions of everyone's character or everyone or all of these persons, and he's trying to And I think the first person I actually did say he wanted to track down was our good Z girl, our good barbarian. And so he's like scratching like the quill on his head, like eating like some soup, like really trying to find her, and he's really hoping, because this is very crowded, he finds her. He scans around a little bit, like hoping to like at least see someone. Because I think that's why he came here, because he's like actively looking for these people in the place he teleported. It wasn't a dream.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ziba, as the crowd you walked in with starts to disperse to their tables or to the bar, what are you doing?
Ziba's gonna get caught up in the nightlife of the big city right away. She's probably gonna be like trying to like challenge someone to like an arm wrestling match so she can get free drinks, because she didn't come out with a lot of money, so she's definitely like now the center of attention, just one after the other trying to bring people down an arm wrestling match just to get something for free, not even caring if she gets thrown out anymore, because she probably has completely zoned that out that she had snuck in here in the first place.
Yeah, great. So you find a group of dwarven men sitting at a table all by themselves. They have a few empty tankards next to them and a few flagons of ale full, as they're laughing jollily and kind of sloshing it over onto the table, and it kind of spills. You can tell they're a little intoxicated at this point. And they seem like the most worthy adversaries for maybe being a little too drunk to arm wrestle you properly, but also cocky enough to think that they can beat you.
Okay. He'll walk and be like, I've heard stories about the dwarves, but I don't know. Your height doesn't really speak much to your strength. Do you really think you could beat me in an arm wrestling contest?
The one in the middle with the largest bulging arm muscles just looks at you and goes, "Ha ha ha ha! We got a feisty lass here. I'll take you up on that. How about 5 gold if I win?"
5 gold? What about instead you buy me a pint and we'll call that good?
All you want is a pint?
For now. We'll see if you can beat my streak. Every win is a pint on me.
All right, lass. It's your dry night, I guess. And he walks over to the table. One of the dwarves stands up and lets you sit in their seat so that you can get directly across from them. And he holds out his arm, grasping his elbow with his other hand, just like true arm wrestling rules here. He's well-versed in the battle of arm wrestling. I need you to give me a strength save. You succeed.
21.
The dwarf has rolled a 2, plus 2, which is a 4, and you just, boom, smash his hand. It's not even a contest. You kind of do it before he even blinks and fully grasps your hand, and he just sits up straight and looks at you from across the table. "Oh, I didn't say we should go yet. Another round."
My youngest sibling Jared could do better than you.
And he slams his elbow down. His friends are all snickering and laughing beside him. One of them pats you on the back a little hard. It kind of takes the wind out of your lungs a little bit, but you're a lot larger than them. You're half orc size, kind of hulking over the dwarves in the chairs next to you. Do you want to go again? All right, we'll try it again.
Naturally, 26. No mercy.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Roll a 5 plus 2, that's 7. As Ziva, this time he kind of holds back a little bit, but he gets distracted by the music. And at this point, a crowd has started to gather, and Livy is taking note of this crowd directly across the room from him as this is happening. As Ziba, boom, pounds the fist to the table one more time.
You gonna take it seriously or what?
This is all right. I thought you were just a wee lass, and I see that I'm wrong. 3rd time's the charm. Let's go. And
drink.
he puts his... He kind of snarls at you, and his friends are just in stitches beside him. Just they can't stop, like deep belly laughing next to him.
Oh yeah.
The 2 nat ones. Just Oh no.
Ziba's like playing up the crowd, and I was just like, oh yeah, who's gonna give me some good luck? I don't even need it. We could do this any day of the week.
Livy, do you approach the ruckus?
With soup still in hand, he, with a little bread, he sits up, glances lazily, because he's assuming this is just, weird townspeople being weird townspeople, and then he kind of drops the bread into his soup as he's like, holy shit, this plan worked.
Yeah, you definitely recognize Ziba's voice as she starts pumping and speaking to the crowd.
I think Livy, is trying to... He remembers her exuberance in the dream, and considering the way she's and considering the way she's acting, he assumes that's accurate to real life, and he also assumes that she'll be very upset if he interrupts this. So he goes into the front and waves a little bit to let her know he's here, but he's not going to interrupt.
All right, yeah. As you wave, you kind of distract Ziba in a moment of pressure as this arm wrestling match happens. But
10 for my strength save that time.
And the dwarf got a 4. So for the third time, even distracted, Ziba just slams the fist down onto the table. The dwarf says, "All right," and he grinds his teeth and he stands up. He looks at you and he looks back at the table. And he looks at his friends who are now just incredulously looking at him. And he just storms off to the bar. And everyone's laughing. The crowd's kind of patting you on the back.
Partying.
Yeah, so Livy's gonna kind of mosey on besides you. He's and he's gonna say it is Ziba, yes? Do you remember me?
Oh my gosh, it is you! See, oh my god, why weren't you at the farm with me? Then my siblings would have believed me. They all thought it was some crazy dream. I knew it wasn't a dream. See, you're real.
Yes, I am very real, and Livy goes into his bag and brings out the arrows what we experienced was also very real.
How come everyone got a souvenir but me?
I mean, I think you were about to get one, but you got distracted. But if we find the other companions, we could grab your souvenir, yes?
I was distracted. I was busy doing other important things.
It is true. Forgive me. You were prioritizing.
Thank you. But you think if we find the other people, we can go on adventures?
Absolutely, or at least I hope so. Maybe I should reintroduce myself, considering we're in a very high tense situation. My name is Livy. I am a scholar, in pursuit of historical facts about the Invisible War, and the information and truth of it. And he extends his hand.
Ziba will grab your hand maybe a little too strongly and shake it a little too hard. You're like, well, nice to meet you, Zibby. Or Livy? Zibby?
I believe that is your name.
I'll get the hang of it eventually. See, I would never one
Power couple.
for studying much myself, but, good to have you around if I ever have to do homework again.
I'm shipping it already.
He's 69 years old.
Nice.
He's an adult.
Absolutely.
I've been watching the TV show Younger. This means nothing to me
Oh,
now.
God.
Oh. That's concerning throughout this campaign.
I know. Anyway, okay. All right, I would say, Livy, as you settle into a different table and the dwarven man brings across the 3 flagons of ale, sets it in front of Ziba without a word and just kind of and walks back to his table of
Ziba
friends.
has no concept of money. She just knew she couldn't order drinks on her own.
I would say as you're leafing through your notes, you would remember that in the dream world, Leofric mentioned that he is a devout follower of Mysteria. It's pretty common knowledge that the place where all the priests are ordained and where they finish their scholarly duties and their training is Flarinsia. And you get a feeling that that might be the best place to find him and Anchor.
It is unfortunate. I just left from there. I suppose I will have to very dramatically. It is going to be very awkward to have to return. But it is for best.
Well, I mean, a good place to learn about Mysteria. We can learn how to be better heroes. That's what I'm gonna be someday.
I suppose. We really don't know. She's very interesting.
It'll be fine. I've gotten in trouble before. It's been enough time to cool down now. It's probably blown over.
It is not a family thing. It is very much academically. I might have called my colleagues ignorant barbarians who did not seek truth.
What's wrong with being that?
Not in career-wise, but you know. Career-wise, it is very lucrative.
See, I told my siblings it was a good idea.
Oh yes, beating people up for money is very lucrative.
I'll talk to them and I'll convince them it's actually a compliment. It'll be fine.
It depends on the situation, but you do you.
What's the worst that could happen? I mean, we made it here in one piece. I think we're off to a great start.
Exactly. Also, I have no money.
I'm not much better off either. But if we keep up these arm wrestling matches, I think I could get us dinner.
I have terrible idea, but also good.
Those are the best kind.
Not here. So, would you be willing to, people here do not recognize you, yes, in the city? They do not know...
Well, it's not going to be like that for long. I told you I'm going to be a famous
it is
hero
good for
someday.
now, yes? Very good. People don't
What's
realize how
so
strong you
good
are.
about it?
So we could
Okay.
have, competition, yes?
And then I can build up my reputation.
Yes.
Okay, what's so bad about this idea?
Well, we might be scamming people slightly.
Just call it a prank.
Yes, sounds perfect.
Great. So talk me through the rest of it. We can do this.
Right.
All right. As Louie and Ziba plan this giant prank heist, we're going to head over to Kaeg, who found himself awake with a flaming boar friend in a swamp. What is Kaeg's next move? If Cam is here, I see that he's muted.
This one is hungry.
Keg looks
All right.
at the little boar.
Perhaps this one should head to a settlement. I will be seeing you.
So,
And he pats the boar on the head, and he's just gonna walk in a direction. Yeah.
okay.
What direction do you think?
Are you I think that Kaeg should walk north towards Flarinsia if he's in Bulmelda, which I believe we talked about before, which is where like the swampy jungle marshes are. It's going to be kind of a treacherous walk. There's small villages along the lakes and rivers there. But he'll have to cross mountains and things to get to the meeting place with the party. So, what kind of adventure does Keg have along the way?
I mean, I think Keg is pretty good at avoiding danger. So, what's his stealth +4, survival +6. So I imagine it's pretty uneventful.
Okay.
Mostly just
he's just making friends with
well, Keg thinks he's making friends, but he's probably annoying and aggravating a lot of people along the way.
Okay.
That's the best kind of friendships.
It is not.
What? Calling all my friendships a lie.
Exactly. Oh my god.
She just called your entire career ignorant.
I mean, probably.
Okay, cool. I mean, I know that Keg is very experienced in the wild, but and he's traveled a lot, so he's probably fairly experienced with the mountain ranges as well, right? As the climates change and the ecosystems change, do you think he's phased at all as they begin to move, and he moves from swamps and jungles to mountains and snow through desert and then back
Keg
to like a coastal
definitely
area?
Doesn't like the cold. It slows him down.
Got it.
Do you want? I can roll a survival to see how long it took him to get through. Would that be?
Yeah, that'd be great. Mm-hmm.
I imagine.
That's a nat one.
Nat one.
Yeah, it took him a while.
He hibernates.
The +6 helped. At least we got a 7.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it probably took Keg 4 or 5 days longer than it should to get through the snowy part of the mountains, as his mood just got more cranky. I don't know.
It would literally slow him down, being cold-blooded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great. Well, you make it through. There's still plenty of food, even up that high. It's early spring across the continent, so the snows are still there, but they're starting to melt, and there's some early, mid-spring berries available as he's moving through. There's plenty to hunt, and he can crack through some ice to fish. Same with the rest of the landscape. As the populations have left the large masses of land for the villages and the cities, the wilderness has really taken over. So Keg can go pretty much unassumed by villages, nowhere near villages if he doesn't want to, all the way to the high walls and large massive buildings and people of Flarinsia.
Yeah, I think Keg would stop in as many villages as possible.
Yeah.
And again, probably annoying as many people as possible, unintentionally.
What do you think one of those conversations sounds like? Let's say Kig goes into like a general store in a village, and the person's just like, "Oh, hey, how can I help you?"
This one needs meat and rope.
Meat
and rope.
Yep. Yep, we can help you with that.
For the meat.
And sorry, I didn't catch the last one.
Rope.
Okay. Yeah. Rope, meat.
Like,
all right.
When you buy
turns
the
around
meat,
from the counter.
it's in those packages, and you put the rope around it. I've seen it in other settlements.
Yeah, we definitely wrap it up in a nice piece of paper and tie it up with some string to keep it safe on your journey home.
The paper absorbs some of the blood and grease and makes it extra delicious.
He kind of stops wrapping some of the flanks of venison that he's pulled out to wrap up for you and kind of looks back at you. Yep. That's one of the reasons why we do it. And he just keeps wrapping it up. Ties it a little bit with the twine. Well, this is a nice big venison flank here, and you've got some rope. He got about 50 foot here for you, and he pulls out a large, oh god.
Oh no, I meant the
wrap.
rope wrapped around the meat like the paper.
Oh, like the twine, like how it's wrapped up.
Yes.
Are we learning Keg is a foodie?
Okay. So no rope then, and he pulls the rope back off the counter. Just the venison.
What is a venison?
Oh, it's just a word, another word for deer.
Yes. Deer is flavorful.
Yeah, this one was freshly brought into us just the other day. It was hit by a carriage, poor thing.
An odd way to hunt.
Hey, we'll take it how we can. It's in good shape. Just some broken legs. We don't want to waste anything here in these parts.
Wasting.
Well, if that's it for you, that'll be 5 silver, please.
I have one of these. What do you call them? Monies.
And he pulls out 1 gold coin.
Oh yeah, gold. That's a gold. I can get change for you if that's all you have.
Change is good.
Okay. He holds out his hand for you to give him the coin.
Never change, Keg.
It takes...
Just listen to him.
It takes Keg a little while to realize, and then he does it.
Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Here you go.
The merchant takes your coin, gives you 5 silver in return. Well, hopefully you're safe. Hope you have a good day.
This one understands. I have given you this piece, and you give me these ones in return. A change has been made.
Yes.
And Keg will take his venison
That
and
is
nod.
very true.
We are becoming friends.
I wouldn't go that far, but yes, I appreciate your patronage.
A patron is like a friend. This one will remember.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Happy to help whenever you're near. You have a good day.
Keg will nod.
He turns his back to Keg and starts trying to
gripping
work.
the venison tightly. Keg exits.
Like,
I just realized.
Right.
someone, like,
Should
tries to flip Keg off, and
I
then he just waves back.
be describing Keg? Or are we waiting
that's
till
okay.
everybody's together?
I mean, you can if you want
to go.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
wait till everyone's together to do like full
I think
descriptions.
it's going to be a better reveal. And oh, that's why he's weird.
Weird.
Listen, if you are new to podcasting and you're looking to get into it, Anchor is the way to go. Anchor is a free podcasting platform. It allows you to edit, record, upload, add music, completely all-in-one tool. Not only that, but it distributes your podcast across all platforms and has no minimum listenership to allow you to start gaining ad revenue. If you are new to podcasts and are looking to get your podcast out there, I definitely recommend Anchor. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, cool. So having had that experience on the road, getting to the walls of Flarinsia, what does Keg do as he goes into this large city in search of his dream family?
I guess most of the time, from what Keg has heard, you go into a tavern. So just the first tavern Keg sees.
Okay. As Keg maybe asks around or, looks at signs, he makes it kind of far into the city, over almost to the docks. You can see the ocean from the entrance of this inn, and the name, The Drunken Stump, hangs on a wooden sign over the door. As you enter, it's bustling. There's a dwarvish man behind the bar and a few different patrons within, having dinners and ale. As you
Keg
enter,
looks around.
you smell cooked foods.
Does Keg see any sort of chopped down trees or stumps of any kind?
He does not.
He looks puzzled, and he'll approach the dwarven man behind the bar. And he'll lean over. Not saying anything to get his attention, just leaning close to him.
Get you a drink.
Slowly approaching personal space.
Can I get you a drink, friend? The man says from behind the bar.
Where are the stumps?
The stumps?
Trees that have been cut.
What are you talking about? There's wooden furniture all throughout. There are trees to build this establishment. Is that what you mean?
Your tavern is called the Drunken Stump.
Uh-huh.
Yet I do not
I
see.
get what you mean. And the dwarven man, who's really just shoulders and head and neck go above the height of the bar, holds up his left arm, and it's only an arm to the elbow, and the rest is missing.
Are you
He says,
aware?
"Oh yeah, that was just a funny
Are
joke
you aware
from my friends."
your arm is missing?
Yeah, I got drunk, and
And you
well,
misplaced your arm.
that's pretty much the story. I misplaced it.
Keg looks around the bar.
So I called my bar the Drunken
Somewhere
Stump.
in the bar.
No, I didn't. I didn't lose it here. I lost it in the war.
Keg looks surprised at this.
All right, we'll leave Keg with the
This
surprise.
Poor bartender. This poor bartender.
What are you talking about? You got a brand new best friend.
That was excellent customer service. You know, you just go with the story. You're like, yeah, sure, you're gonna buy a drink and
All right. Anchor and Leah Fritch wake up from their dream, have a bit of an exchange. What are you guys doing?
All right. Which of you am I dealing with today?
Hey, boss.
Ah. Good morning.
Is we have job to do today, or we worshipping all day?
Yes, both. Yes to that. We have no change in our mission. We are still heading to the big city so that we can become true priests of my Siera. That has not changed.
This is mission.
Yes.
Okay. Anchor will protect you as we travel along the road. You need things carried again?
No, it's quite all right. Don't have much left at this point. It's been quite a long journey. Didn't sleep well. It was a weird dream. How was your rest? Was it as combative as always?
This has been tougher to sleep, yes. Sleep, as you call it. Kraskis has been plying for the veil again. This is not good. The other members of crew have been able to keep him back, but it's not. It's not ideal. We should really get to temple, see if you can fix. Last time Kraskis is coming out, he's not good for anybody. This is why Anchor is feared going to a big city. Maybe Anchor wait outside again?
Yeah, maybe. Leofridge kind of shudders at the memory of the last time Kraskis was in charge. Perhaps that would be for the best. But I'm sure there will be lots of much more talented people than I in the big city. We'll find someone who can help us sort this out.
Yes, this would be good. Hudson wants spring crown. Maybe we find a young half-orc girl full of ambition. We give back to her. I think this is foolish decision, but Hudson has been helpful lately. Might as well throw him a bone.
You see Leofridge's face turn serious as he looks at the crown. He goes, that is just a joke that you're playing on me still, right? Where did you get that again?
Boss, I don't think we should talk about this.
Okay. Good, I agree. Let's get walking.
Anchor leans over. You can hear the gears grinding and the rusty metal as he pulls the crown off the ground, sticks it into a bag, and heaves it over his shoulder. Yeah. This bag is getting worryingly light. Boss, are you sure we have enough food for journey?
Well, I'm sure you have enough food for the journey, and I hope that I do as well. Think we'll make it.
I'm not very good at hunting, so maybe we'll eat roots.
I'm sure we'll figure something out, and if we don't, well, My Siera will provide for us.
I knew you. I knew you were going to say
Then why
that.
did you ask?
I knew. You hear a low humming from inside the Warforge's chest, and he goes, "It's time to go." And he follows behind Leofrich as they exit.
Leofrich grabs his meager belongings and tosses it over his shoulder. Yes, let's get going. And there's a bit of a bounce in his step as they depart for Flarinsia.
All right. Where are you coming from, Mentinos?
Yes, so I'm not sure at what point the dream happened, but we were traveling from Mentinos.
All right. Yeah. I would say you're probably a quarter, if not half of the way at this point, just for timeline's sake for everything. You'd have to go through Synth Grab if you would rather it be meeting up with Livy and Ziba as they're trying to concoct this plan in Synth Grab on your journeys. That would work out very nicely.
Whatever you say, disembodied voice of God.
Whatever you say, Mashiria.
Okay.
That's where we learn. Mashiria is just the DM this entire time.
Guide my Siera, aka Mystic, guide my steps.
Okay, cool. So as you head into Synth Grab for a rest on your journey, taking the efforts after about, a week and a half of walking from Mentinos, you find yourself in a tavern. You can tell that something ruckus has just happened. The spirits are very high. And you quickly notice, I would say Hudson maybe tries to wrestle for control in Anchor as he sees Ziba sitting with a familiar half-elven man at a table, drinking some ale.
Seeing Anchor, I assume, struggling with it, Leofrich will turn his attention to his friend there. What seems to be the matter now? He's got his he's got his carpentry tools out.
Yes. Hudson wants will, but we know from last experiment not to transfer control of will in day, lest Kraskis grab a hold of the wheel. It's fine. He just wants to talk to half-orc girl, but he has give Victor the words, and Victor will deliver the words. He walks up to the half-orc lady, and he does a low bow, at which point you can hear the grinding of metal, rusty metal plates shifting under his weight. Hello there, beautiful girl. I have a gift from friend for you. He pulls out of the sack on his shoulder a dried, a golden crown with dried blood and dead snakes hanging off of it. I am trying to clean this, but your friend Hesse say that you would probably want to be covered in. I don't know why. I don't understand him, nor do I claim to. But he's here. His gift for you. Tyler might have tried it on once or twice, but other than that, completely unused. For you, my lady.
Wow, excellent communicator. I'm sure that message came through 100%.
Yeah, Livy was taking like a sip of his ale, and he like starts choking on it when he sees both of you.
Ziba's gonna probably see the crown and then immediately like jump up like the child she's, be like, "Oh my god, it's my souvenir!" And like pick it out of his hands, like hold it up in the light, and then she's gonna like realize where she is, and she's got a reputation to protect now. She's gonna be like, "Yeah, I knew he was gonna be returned to me, of course." But are you sure the same guy who had this last time? Where's he at? You seem a little funky.
Either you're a different person or you have a much better voice now. I very much approve of your beautiful cadence.
The Warforge kind of twists his neck, and you hear the low humming inside of his chest almost skips for a second. Anchor turns towards you and he goes, "This is a voice I will have today. Maybe I have different voice tomorrow."
Oh no, it is fine. You can keep.
Unfortunately,
You
it's
sound normal this way.
it's
Everyone
not
else
quite
is
that
so strange.
But yes.
Well, gift has been delivered. A boss will do chatting now. Anchor will keep watch. He crosses his arms and steps back behind Leofridge.
Yes. Well. This is an unexpected surprise, to say the least. Anchor, are we dreaming again?
Boss, this is not dream.
I know you might be confused because beautiful face, but this is no dream. It is joke, yes? I am just joking.
You would eat those words if you had any idea what kind of dream he has.
At this point, you guys hear hoofprints loud, galloping hoofprints outside the open door of the tavern. You hear a ruckus outside, a gasp of people as people are milling about the streets of the city in the evenings. And a man wearing a hat with a feather and a royal blue outfit with a rose on his lapel comes in. He has a piece of paper and he calls out in a booming voice, "Leo Fritsch! Leo Fritsch! Is there a Leo Fritsch here?"
Not me!
Leo Fritsch does not respond immediately. He kind of like slides over next to Anchor and just kind of like peeks around to see who's asking.
It looks like a normal message carrier, like a postal man.
Yes, that would be me. Unless there's another Leo Fritsch. Any other Leo Fritches by chance, please?
Oh, it is me.
Everyone just looks at you as all the tension is drawn to you and this message carrier.
He just shrinks.
Well, I have an urgent message. They paid a lot of gold for this message to get to you. Are you going to take it? And he holds out the paper to you.
Yes, all right. Leo Fritsch will take it, grasp it quickly, and go back to his friends. Is there anything else?
No, thank God. An ale, please! He raises his hand as he walks to the bar. His job now complete.
Well,
you can have mine.
Don't give away our free ale! We worked for that.
Leo Fritsch will just kind of step off a couple paces away and open the letter and start kind of reading it, mumbling to himself.
Yeah, as you read it, it says, by decree of High Priestess Guinevere, all new acolytes must report to the Green Castle. The temple has been compromised. If anyone knows the whereabouts of young Kapa, please inform us urgently, as she has been involved in an ordeal and is no longer with the church. Thank you. We hope to see you as you report next week.
His eyes are kind of darting back and forth as he's rereading the message, and he kind of, every time he gets to the point about the temple being compromised, he kind of stops and he walks over back to the group with the spring that was in his step earlier gone, and he just kind of looks at them and goes, I need to be going. Rather quickly, actually.
Oh, wait, we just got reintroduced.
And it's been a pleasure, believe me, but time seems to be against me.
Hey, why can't we come? Don't leave us behind.
He ponders for a moment, looking at the half-orc girl and goes, well, I hadn't thought of that.
Yes,
I'm sure Hudson would appreciate the company.
Yes.
I'm just saying, every time my cousins leave me behind, they ended up regretting it, so just saving you some work now.
Also, we were teleported to a different place together. So surely, in only a, you know, Leafy looks around. He clearly doesn't say exactly where they went in this bar full of randos. It was surely, your goddess's will, yes, that, did this. Why else will we all be united in this way?
Well, yes, I mean, everything that happens is my Shiria's will, of course.
Sure, anyway.
But that's the issue. There's something wrong with the temple in Flarinsia. We must get going, if that's all right.
Well, we were actually going there anyway, unfortunately, to look for you.
My Shiria works in mysterious ways.
Sure.
Hopefully she's working in ways to help me become a hero. So, are we checking out a temple?
Yes, I know this is a summons for me. I must report there. I don't know what to expect, but this says that the temple has been compromised, which is horribly vague. There's no telling what sorts of adventure we'll find.
You made it all the way through episode 1 of the Utopia podcast. Congratulations. I'm so glad you listened. Now it's time for the announcements and stuff. If you want to listen, great. If not, you can go on to the next episode if there's others out. If you haven't listened to the other ones, go back and listen to some of the player interviews. But yeah, we are officially on the social medias. You can find us at Utopia D&D Podcast or at Utopia Podcast. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I think that's it for now. We also have a Patreon that helps support everything that we do here. I am freelance producing all of this. We are all recording in our homes, so literally we're just trying to cover the cost of production and time for everyone. It's not a lot, and your support goes to a lot of fun things. So we have a Discord server you'll gain access to, some loyalty merchandise, so shirts and stickers and things for those who've subscribed for a long time, as well as behind-the-scenes content and Q&As. So yeah, head on over there. That is patreon.com/Utopia Podcast. I think that's it. Intro and outro music by Nolan Clock. All production by myself, Mystic Musings. And we can't wait to see you next week with episode 2.